Chosen one. Broke to Billionaire begins now. Imagine yourself at the very edge of possibility, standing at the intersection of your past struggles and the immense potential that lies ahead. This is the moment where everything changes, where the limitations you once accepted dissolve under the weight of vision, purpose, and unyielding determination. You might be starting with nothing. No wealth, no connections, no guarantee of success. But within you lies the spark that can ignite a future unimaginable to anyone who has ever underestimated you. Every billionaire, every individual who transformed themselves from nothing into monumental influence, began with the exact same blank canvas you hold in your hands today. The path ahead is not easy, but it is designed for those who refuse to settle, for those who embrace the challenge and see obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Before diving further, I want you to pause for a moment. Breathe. Close your eyes if you like, and picture not just the life you want, but the life you deserve. Picture your dreams so vividly that the very act of imagining them sends a current of energy through your body. Now, here is something powerful I want you to do as you watch this video. Stay with me until the end, and when you feel ready, write in the comments your warmest wishes and the number 66. This is not a random exercise. It is a signal, a ritual of alignment. It is about sending your intentions into the universe with clarity and purpose. The energy you release when you speak or write your wishes transforms invisible possibilities into tangible outcomes. This is the foundation of manifestation, the principle that your thoughts, your vision, and your deliberate actions carry immense power when focused with unwavering faith. Your words and intentions are like seeds planted in fertile soil. The universe responds, circumstances shift, doors open, and your dreams begin their journey toward reality. Now, let's return to the story of transformation, to the blueprint that turns adversity into triumph. Being broke is not a limitation. It is a starting point. It is the ground zero of greatness, the crucible in which resilience, creativity, and ambition are forged. When you have nothing to lose, you gain a freedom that the comfortable rarely experience. You learn to see value in opportunities where others see only risk. Every challenge becomes a lesson, every failure a teacher, every setback a whisper of guidance toward a better strategy. To move from broke to billionaire, you must first transform your mind. Your thoughts shape your reality far more than your circumstances. Wealth, influence, and success are not just external achievements. They are internal states. You must cultivate a mindset of abundance, a perspective that sees opportunities instead of obstacles, potential instead of limitation, and solutions instead of problems. The journey is not about luck. It is about action, consistency, and strategy. It begins with understanding the principles of value creation. Every billionaire in history has amassed wealth by solving problems on a massive scale. They saw needs, desires, and gaps in the world and created solutions that others were willing to pay for. This is not about greed. It is about contribution. When you create something that improves lives, whether through products, services, ideas, or innovation, wealth naturally flows. It is a reflection of your ability to provide value that exceeds expectation. You must learn to see the invisible patterns of the world, to anticipate trends before they become obvious, and to act decisively when opportunities present themselves. Timing, intuition, and courage combine in ways that transform ordinary efforts into extraordinary outcomes. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas remain as nothing more than fleeting thoughts. Discipline is the engine that drives consistency, focus, and momentum. Billionaires often attribute their success not to innate talent, but to the relentless commitment to their vision. Every day, they make choices aligned with long-term goals rather than immediate gratification. They invest their energy in learning, in mastering their craft, and in surrounding themselves with individuals who elevate their potential. The journey from broke to billionaire is never a sprint. It is a marathon, an accumulation of smart decisions compounded over time. Patience, persistence, and adaptability are the silent allies that guide the chosen one through the storm of uncertainty toward the calm of triumph. Vision is the compass that keeps you moving in the right direction when the road is unclear. Without a vision, you drift, reacting to circumstance rather than creating your reality. Your vision must be specific, detailed, and emotionally compelling. It must evoke excitement and passion every time you think about it. This vision becomes your North Star, guiding every action, decision, and risk. But vision alone is not enough. It must be paired with strategic execution. Planning, prioritization, and decisive action transform abstract dreams into tangible outcomes. Every billionaire is a master of strategy, understanding how to align resources, talent, and timing to achieve exponential impact. They embrace calculated risks, learn from mistakes, and continuously refine their approach based on results rather than assumptions. Another critical component is resilience. Life will test you. The path from broke to billionaire is littered with rejection, doubt, failure, and criticism. It is not a straight line. It is a jagged, unpredictable journey that challenges your resolve at every turn. Yet those who succeed do not crumble under pressure. They adapt, they learn, and they rise stronger after each setback. Resilience is not about enduring pain mindlessly. It is about extracting lessons, finding new paths, and maintaining unwavering belief in your ultimate destination. It is the ability to see beyond temporary discomfort to the long-term vision, knowing that every trial is shaping you into a person capable of handling the immense responsibilities and opportunities that come with extraordinary success. Building a powerful network is another pillar of this transformation. No billionaire achieves greatness alone. Surrounding yourself with the right people, mentors, advisors, partners, and a team who share your vision is essential. These relationships accelerate growth, provide guidance, and open doors that would otherwise remain closed. But this network must be cultivated with authenticity, integrity, and mutual value. It is not transactional, it is relational. People are drawn to visionaries who act with clarity, purpose, and confidence. By lifting others as you climb, you create a dynamic of support, collaboration, and shared success that magnifies your own impact and expands your opportunities exponentially. The financial journey itself is a discipline that must be mastered. Understanding money, investment, and wealth creation is not optional. It is foundational. Every billionaire studies financial literacy, risk management, and capital allocation with intensity. They understand the difference between assets and liabilities, between short-term consumption and long-term investment. They leverage resources, reinvest profits, and seek opportunities that multiply rather than deplete wealth. Financial acumen is not just about numbers, It is about mindset, strategy, and the ability to make informed, timely decisions under uncertainty. By mastering this, you turn scarcity into abundance and transform temporary setbacks into platforms for growth. Innovation fuels the journey from broke to billionaire. Complacency is the enemy, stagnation is the trap. Constantly seeking new ideas, technologies, and methods allows you to remain ahead of the curve. The world rewards those who adapt and anticipate change, who are willing to challenge the status quo, and who bring fresh solutions to persistent problems. Innovation requires courage. Courage to experiment, to fail, and to learn quickly. It demands creativity combined with disciplined execution. Every breakthrough you achieve compounds your influence, your resources, and your capacity to impact the world in ways that reverberate far beyond your immediate sphere. Embracing the unknown is another defining trait. Fear of uncertainty holds back the majority, but billionaires thrive in conditions of ambiguity. They understand that risk and reward are intrinsically linked, and they are willing to venture into unexplored territory armed with preparation, knowledge, and intuition. The unknown is not a threat, it is an opportunity. Every decision to step forward despite doubt, every calculated risk, every moment of faith in your own capabilities accelerates progress toward extraordinary wealth and influence. Comfort zones shrink as your potential expands, and what once seemed impossible becomes the standard of achievement. Success is never just about wealth, it is about transformation. Becoming a billionaire transforms not just your bank account, but your identity, your perspective, and your impact. It is the manifestation of vision, resilience, strategy, and action. It is the culmination of countless decisions, sacrifices, and deliberate choices. Along the way, you will grow into a version of yourself that you never imagined possible. A leader, a creator, a force capable of reshaping industries, communities, and even the trajectory of others' lives. Every step of the journey requires full commitment, unwavering focus, and the understanding that extraordinary results demand extraordinary effort. This journey is yours. You are the chosen one. Broke is not a label, it is a launchpad. Every challenge, every limitation, every moment of doubt is preparing you for the magnitude of success you are capable of achieving. As you commit to this path, remember, the universe responds to those who act with clarity, intention, and belief. The energy you put into your vision, the diligence you pour into execution, and the courage you summon in the face of uncertainty all converge to create outcomes far beyond what ordinary effort could achieve. This is not merely a story of money. It is a story of transformation, empowerment, and legacy. You are at the threshold. The moment is now. The journey begins not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, but now, with the choices you make, the actions you take, and the mindset you cultivate. Every billionaire began somewhere, and that starting point was often humbling. Yet, they dared to dream bigger, act bolder, and persist longer than anyone else. You have the same potential within you. Let go of doubt, embrace the grind, and commit to the relentless pursuit of your vision. Your life, your wealth, and your legacy are waiting to be built, brick by brick, decision by decision, with unwavering faith in the extraordinary potential that resides in you. As you step further into the journey of transformation, it becomes clear that becoming a billionaire is not a destination. It is a process, a continual evolution of thought, action, and self-mastery. Every day offers a choice: to remain in the comfort of mediocrity or to stretch beyond what you thought possible. The world will challenge you, testing your patience, your clarity, and your commitment. It will throw distractions, naysayers, and unforeseen obstacles in your path. But these are not signs to retreat. They are signals that you are moving in the right direction. The presence of resistance is evidence that you are pushing against boundaries, expanding your influence, and stepping into territories where few dare to go. Each challenge is a marker of growth, a chance to refine your approach, and an opportunity to strengthen the inner fortitude that distinguishes those who merely dream from those who manifest reality. In this stage, focus becomes a critical differentiator. While the world pulls in countless directions, the chosen one hones attention on what truly matters. Focus is the lens that magnifies action, the force that turns effort into measurable impact. Billionaires are masters of focus. They ruthlessly prioritize, eliminate distractions, and direct their energy toward high-leverage activities. They understand that not all work is equal. Some actions multiply influence exponentially, while others dissipate time without meaningful results. Learning to discern which tasks drive progress and which drain resources is essential. Your capacity to concentrate, to channel energy with precision, and to act with unwavering commitment determines how quickly you can turn vision into tangible outcomes. Discipline continues to be the engine of transformation, but at this stage it evolves into ritual. Daily habits, routines, and systems create the scaffolding for success. The chosen one establishes structures that ensure consistency, allowing progress to compound even when motivation wanes. Waking early, prioritizing health, dedicating time to study markets, analyzing opportunities, and reflecting on results become non-negotiables. These rituals are not rigid. They are adaptive frameworks that align effort with goals. Discipline becomes almost invisible, a quiet force propelling action forward while shaping character, mindset, and resilience. It is this disciplined momentum that separates fleeting success from enduring wealth. Parallel to discipline is the mastery of learning. Billionaires are perpetual students, consuming knowledge voraciously and applying it relentlessly. Learning is not passive. It is active experimentation, synthesis, and adaptation. Books, mentors, experiences, failures, and successes all converge into wisdom when approached deliberately. The chosen one studies patterns, understands systems, and learns to anticipate change before it becomes obvious. By continuously expanding knowledge, you not only refine strategies, but also gain the confidence to make bold decisions under uncertainty. Intelligence in this context is not innate. It is cultivated, honed, and transformed into practical action that drives extraordinary results. Decision-making becomes both an art and a science. In the early stages, hesitation can stall progress, but the chosen one learns to act decisively. Every decision, whether small or monumental, carries the weight of potential outcomes. Decisiveness is not recklessness. It is the product of preparation, insight, and calculated risk. The billionaire mindset embraces ambiguity while mitigating unnecessary exposure to loss. You learn to trust intuition informed by analysis, to pivot when circumstances demand, and to accept that mistakes are not failures, they are feedback. Each choice shapes trajectory, creating momentum that compounds over time. In this way, action becomes both a teacher and a multiplier of results. A critical element often overlooked in the journey is emotional mastery. Wealth and influence magnify internal states, Anxiety, doubt, and fear can sabotage even the most brilliant strategies. The chosen one practices self-regulation, developing the ability to maintain clarity, focus, and composure in the face of chaos. Emotional intelligence enables not just better decision-making, but also stronger leadership. By understanding your own mind and the motivations of others, you navigate relationships, negotiations, and partnerships with precision. Influence is amplified when actions are guided not just by intellect, but by emotional acuity, empathy, and strategic awareness. Innovation remains central to scaling from wealth to billion-dollar impact. Beyond solving problems, the chosen one begins to anticipate future needs, to create solutions that redefine industries. This is not incremental change, it is transformative thinking. Disruptive ideas emerge from curiosity, observation, and a relentless refusal to accept the status quo. The process of innovation requires both imagination and execution. Ideas alone are worthless without action, and action without vision is aimless. By combining insight, creativity, and discipline, the chosen one converts opportunities into empire-building ventures, establishing influence far beyond financial metrics. Leverage becomes a fundamental principle at this stage. Time, capital, people, and systems are resources that, when applied strategically, multiply results exponentially. The chosen one learns to delegate, to automate, and to scale. Mastering leverage is not about controlling everything personally. It is about amplifying impact through others and through structures that operate independently. Financial leverage allows strategic investments. Operational leverage ensures efficiency, and human leverage enables collaboration and innovation on a massive scale. Understanding and applying these principles multiplies both influence and wealth, accelerating the journey from ordinary to extraordinary. Resilience continues to evolve. At this stage, challenges are no longer simple obstacles. They are complex, multi-layered tests of character, strategy, and endurance. The chosen one views adversity not as interruption, but as opportunity. Every setback is analyzed, every loss understood, and every difficulty converted into actionable insight. This iterative approach creates a feedback loop of growth, making the individual not just richer in material terms, but stronger in strategic, emotional, and intellectual capacity. Wealth and power are amplified by the ability to absorb pressure, adapt quickly, and emerge stronger than before. Mentorship and collaboration are critical multipliers. No one builds an empire entirely alone. The chosen one seeks guidance from those who have traversed similar paths and cultivates relationships that accelerate learning, open doors, and create mutually beneficial opportunities. Collaboration is not passive. It is an active exchange of ideas, expertise, and resources. Surrounding oneself with high-caliber individuals elevates thinking, enhances strategy, and creates a network capable of executing large-scale vision. Influence grows in parallel with these relationships, amplifying both reach and effectiveness. Strategic risk-taking is a hallmark of this stage. Playing it safe may preserve comfort, but it rarely produces the magnitude of results associated with billionaire-level impact. The chosen one evaluates risk meticulously, balancing potential reward with probability and preparation. Bold moves are calculated, not reckless, and they often involve investing in unproven markets, adopting new technologies, or creating innovative business models. Each calculated risk carries the potential for substantial gain, and the learning necessary to refine future decisions. Courage is exercised with intelligence, creating opportunities that others cannot see or dare to pursue. Generosity and contribution become increasingly important as wealth grows. The billionaire mindset recognizes that lasting influence is not just about accumulation, but about the positive impact one creates in the world. Philanthropy, mentorship, and strategic giving amplify reputation, legacy, and even wealth indirectly by creating goodwill and aligning influence with meaningful outcomes. The chosen one understands that abundance multiplies when shared, and that the power to effect change is a resource that extends beyond personal gain. Purpose, when aligned with vision and action, becomes a magnet that attracts opportunities, talent, and even fortune. The journey at this stage is as much about inner evolution as it is about external success. Confidence is cultivated through repeated mastery of challenges, emotional regulation, and the consistent achievement of goals. The chosen one learns to navigate uncertainty with calm determination, to make bold choices with precision, and to inspire others through both vision and action. The identity shifts from survivor to creator, from follower of circumstance to architect of reality. Every decision, relationship, and action reflects this elevated state, reinforcing momentum and accelerating trajectory toward unparalleled success. Systems thinking becomes crucial. The chosen one begins to see the interconnectedness of markets, people, and resources. Every decision is evaluated not only for immediate impact, but also for long-term ripple effects. This perspective allows strategic positioning, efficient scaling, and proactive anticipation of challenges before they manifest. Systems thinking is both preventative and generative. It reduces friction, enhances efficiency, and ensures that effort translates into maximum output. The ability to operate within complex systems with foresight distinguishes the billionaire mindset from ordinary thinking. Persistence remains the bedrock principle. Even with vision, strategy, leverage, and innovation, progress can be uneven. The chosen one embraces the reality that monumental outcomes are rarely linear. There will be periods of stagnation, doubt, and apparent failure. Yet, persistence converts these moments into preparation for breakthroughs. Each obstacle overcome adds to experience, credibility, and insight. Every attempt, adjustment, and renewed effort compounds, building momentum that ultimately produces results far beyond initial expectations. This is the power of relentless pursuit guided by clarity, strategy, and unwavering commitment. As you advance further into the journey, the landscape begins to shift. The chosen one starts to operate in a realm where ordinary rules no longer apply, where the scale of ambition demands an entirely new set of skills, mindset, and understanding. At this stage, wealth is no longer simply about income. It is about creating systems that generate persistent, scalable value. Each decision now carries exponentially greater consequences, both in opportunity and responsibility. The stakes rise, the challenges intensify, and the rewards, when navigated wisely, become extraordinary. This phase is about mastering influence, strategy, and the art of constructing an ecosystem where wealth, ideas, and impact reinforce each other in an unbroken cycle. Strategic vision becomes sharper. While earlier stages focused on individual goals and incremental progress, now the chosen one begins to view the world in terms of interconnected opportunities and long-term impact. You learn to anticipate trends not just within your industry, but across multiple sectors. Economic, technological, social, and behavioral patterns become legible to you through observation, analysis, and experience. Decisions are no longer reactive. They are anticipatory, positioning you ahead of the curve. This foresight is cultivated through disciplined study, active networking, and a constant appetite for information. The ability to synthesize disparate signals into actionable insight is a skill that separates billionaires from those who merely accumulate wealth without vision. Innovation now transcends problem-solving and becomes about disruption. The chosen one no longer waits for opportunities to appear. They create them. Entire industries can be reshaped through a single idea executed at scale. Bold, transformative thinking requires courage and imagination, but it also demands rigor. Each initiative is carefully planned, risk-assessed, and systematically implemented. Creativity must be paired with precision, and vision must be translated into operational frameworks capable of sustaining growth. This is the essence of creating not just wealth, but influence that reverberates across markets, communities, and even nations. Scaling becomes the central focus. While earlier stages emphasized personal effort, execution, and mastery, now the challenge is to expand influence without diluting control or quality. Systems, automation, and teams are essential. The chosen one builds structures where processes can operate independently, yet cohesively, multiplying output while minimizing friction. Delegation is refined into an art, selecting the right individuals, aligning incentives, and embedding accountability. By constructing scalable frameworks, you free your energy to focus on high-impact decisions while ensuring that operations, strategy, and innovation continue seamlessly. At this stage, scaling is not just about growth. It is about creating sustainable success and lasting impact. As the systems and teams you build operate in harmony with your strategic vision, every action begins to multiply exponentially. Expanding without losing control or compromising quality allows you to preserve both your freedom and creative energy. This way, you are not merely managing existing opportunities, but positioning yourself to seize and shape future possibilities, turning your vision into reality on a larger scale. Scaling becomes the key to unlocking both personal leverage and a meaningful legacy. Each system and process functions like a supporting pillar, reinforcing the bigger picture and ensuring that the impact of your journey extends far beyond today, influencing generations to come.